All right, Bolts fans, are you ready for a lightning strike of news that'll jolt your fandom to life? Today on our channel, we've got 4 massive stories straight from Los Angeles that'll hit you right in the feels. We're talking a new face in the offense, a heart-stopping moment at practice, a rookie stealing the show, and a backfield battle that's straight up electric. Who's gonna lead the Chargers to glory this season? Grab your snacks, buckle up, and hit that like button. Let's dive into the chaos. Who's hyped for the next game? Drop it in the comments. Man, Bolts fam, things are buzzing, and it's no wonder why. Let's kick things off with a move that came out of nowhere. Picture this, Jim Harbaugh, with that sly grin like he's cooking up something epic, makes another bold call to shape the Chargers offense. The new guy? Thomas Yasmin, a former Australian rugby star who just signed with the team on Thursday. Yeah, you heard that right. Another athlete with a wild background. To make room, the Chargers waived Jordan Pataya, another ex-rugby player, who sadly went out with an injury. So why's this swap got everyone talking? Yasmin's no random pickup. He spent 2024 on the Denver Broncos practice squad but didn't see game action. Before that, he was a standout tight end at Utah and, get this, played college basketball in Australia. This dude's an athletic freak with the frame to make waves. Pataya, who joined in April through the NFL's International Player Pathway, brought 7 years of pro rugby experience, including 31 caps for Australia's national team. Fans were pumped about him, but an injury cut that dream short. Now Yasmin steps up with a chance to prove himself. What does this mean for the Chargers? Harbaugh's got a thing for versatile players who bring something unique. Yasmin's basketball background could make him a sneaky weapon in the passing game, especially on short routes and blocking. But let's be real. The tight end room is stacked with guys like Will Dissly and Hayden Hurst. Yasmin's odds of cracking the 53-man roster are slim, but the practice squad, that's the goal. If he shines in the 3 remaining preseason games, he could stick around for development. Fans are split. On X, some are hyped, saying Yasmin could be the next Antonio Gates, another basketball convert. Others aren't buying it, calling it another risky Harbaugh bet. So Bolts Nation, what's your take? Is Yasmin a hidden gem or just a long shot? The suspense is real, and while we're chewing on this, something way more worrying just went down at practice. And while we're still wrapping our heads around Yasmin, Bolts Nation got hit with a gut punch at Thursday's practice. Picture this. Rashawn Slater, our rocket left tackle, carted off the field with what looked like a left leg injury. Yeah, the vibe got heavy real quick. Teammates like Justin Herbert were seen consoling him, and the silence at the facility was deafening. A guy who just inked a $114 million deal, the richest ever for an offensive lineman, now a question mark? This could shake things up big time. Slater, just 26, is the backbone of Herbert's protection. A 2-time Pro Bowler, he started all 51 games he's played, except in 2022 when a biceps tear limited him to 3. This dude's built like iron. His 4-year, $92 million guaranteed extension shows how much the team trusts him. But an injury now in the preseason could spell trouble. On X, fans are freaking out, posting stuff like, "No Slater, no chance," while others are holding out hope it's just a precaution. Strategically, this is a red flag. The Chargers' O-line has had its ups and downs, and losing Slater, even for a bit, could leave Herbert exposed. Backup Trey Pipkins is solid, but doesn't have the same juice. If it's serious, the playbook might shift to quick passes to compensate. The good news? No details on the injury yet. And the Chargers' medical staff is elite. The bad? Any game without Slater is a gamble for the offense. The fan base is torn between panic and optimism. What about you, Bolts Nation? Can the line hold up without him, or are you praying it's just a scare? Things are tense, but hold tight. There's a rookie out there stealing the spotlight and flipping the script. While the Slater scares still got us on edge, Bolts Nation got a reason to cheer in the preseason opener. The game was a blast, but it wasn't Omarion Hampton or Trey Harris stealing the show. Nope, it's a 5th-round rookie, Keandre Lambert-Smith, who's coming in hot. This wide receiver's been lighting up training camp, and in that first game, he proved why. 2 catches, 43 yards, including a 15-yard touchdown that had the crowd losing it. The pass? A laser from Trey Lance. Talk about making a statement. Lambert-Smith, a former Penn State and Oregon standout, was already turning heads in practice. At Oregon, he racked up 981 yards and 8 touchdowns, averaging a crazy 19.6 yards per catch. That got GM Joe Ortiz's attention, and they snagged a gem. In the game, he showed off speed, reliable hands, and a knack for explosive routes. Teammates are buzzing. X posts are calling him the future of the receiving corps. Even Herbert's raving about his energy. Strategically, Lambert Smith could be the missing piece in the air attack. With a stacked receiver group, he brings depth and versatility. If he keeps this up, he might steal snaps from veterans and become a go-to target. The challenge? Staying consistent through the rest of the preseason. Fans are hyped, but some on X are already comparing him to Keenan Allen. Too soon, or do we have a star in the making? And while this rookie's shining, there's a battle in the backfield that's got everyone on the edge of their seats. And if you thought Lambert Smith's breakout was the peak, hold up. In the Chargers' backfield, there's a clash that's pure dynamite. Jim Harbaugh's dead set on reviving a run game that's been quiet since Melvin Gordon's 1,000-yard season in 2017. Last year's 110 yards per game was just okay, ranking 17th in the league. But now, with ex-first-rounder Najee Harris and first-round rookie Omarion Hampton, drafted 22nd overall, things are heating up. And Pro Football Focus just dropped a bold take that's got fans buzzing. Hampton, out of North Carolina, is a beast. He piled up 2,330 yards after contact over the last 2 seasons, second only to Ashton Jeanty. Harris, on a 1-year, $9 million deal, is dealing with an eye injury, raising some eyebrows. PFF's call? This backfield's Hampton's soon. Why? Harris's 3.9 yards per carry since 2021 isn't cutting it for a vet. Hampton's got the burst and vision to transform the ground game. This changes everything. Harbaugh added Mekhi Becton to beef up the O-line, and with Greg Roman calling plays, the run game's a priority. If Hampton takes over, the playbook could open up, easing the load on Herbert. On X, fans are split. Some back Harris's experience, others are all in on the rookie. So Bolts Nation, who's your pick? This fight's just getting started, and the season's gonna be a wild ride. Bolts fam, what a day. Thomas Yasmin's rugby flair could spark the offense. Next Gates or just a dream? The Slater scare reminded us how vital our O-line is, and we're holding our breath for good news. Keandre Lambert Smith burst onto the scene like lightning, proving rookies can flip the script. And that Hampton-Harris showdown? It's youth versus experience in a battle for the ages. The season's packed with promise and question marks. Who's gonna carry the Bolts to glory? Drop your hot takes below, smash that like button, and subscribe to stay locked in for the ride.